Hello car lovers driving the 2025 Acura ADX Platinum Elite A-Spec. Okay, what is this vehicle? It is a semi-luxury subcompact crossover. It's a derivative from the HRV. There's HRV DNA here, which is not a bad thing. I'm going to do a quick overview.
The Acura ADX is a subcompact crossover. No one knows what ADX stands for. It is based on the Honda HRV. This is a new vehicle. The engine is a 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder and it delivers 190 horsepower and 179 pounds of torque, which is acceptable. The transmission is a CVT and delivers 9.1 liters in the city and 7.7 liters on the highway, or 2530 mpg. There are three models: ADX, A-Spec, A-Spec Platinum Elite. We get the Platinum Elite with the high-level seats that are 12-way power adjustable with 2 memory settings. Platinum also comes with a 15-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. From what I can tell, all models come with driving aids, 9-inch infotainment, acoustic laminated glass, all-wheel drive, independent rear suspension, wireless phone charging, and dual-zone climate control. If the B&O sound system and Google and Alexa built-in is not a must, you can buy the regular A-Spec. Prices start at slightly more than $48,000, $50,000, and $55,000. A few notes: the ADX is well sized and the options are logically distributed among the 3 versions, though I would fork over the extra money for the A-Spec at a minimum. Wind and road noise are decently subdued, the ride is comfortable, the driving inputs are well weighted, and the space is plentiful. ADX is competent and comfortable, but the much larger and hybrid-powered CR-V is available for the same price.
All right, back to us. We're back. What to say about this vehicle? Well, I'm going to start with the exterior styling, which I find the front end is so much better looking than that HRV. It's got the classic Acura design language coming up to the side. It looks very good. The rear end looks perhaps less gainly. However, overall, this is a good looking vehicle. Nice paint quality, nice paint color, just the appropriate proportions in terms of the size. Here on the inside, this vehicle in terms of space scores way above average in terms of the competitors. We have a huge trunk in back. I love that space. Lots of space sitting behind myself. Really good stuff. I think I could even sit behind Ross, which is kind of amazing for the subcompact category. Sitting in front, Ross and I have about 2-3 inches of elbow room, which is unheard of in the category. Nice room for the legs for my mansplaining position. Rubs a little bit here on the transmission wheel, but that is totally normal. The seats are okay. They're not the end of the world, but they're okay. You do have lumbar support. You get this Alcantara on the inside, leather on the outside. I think I would have preferred leather, but nevertheless, it's fine. You do get a ventilated seat. The ventilated seat, it's kind of like not ventilating that much. I can feel it, but not that much. I've got it on to the max, and that's what I have to say about that. Nice panoramic roof here, very good. So the overall experience here in terms of space, way above average. What about outward visibility? Outward here, excellent. Outward here, excellent. Rear 3/4 is the goddamn mess, and the rear window is large. The rear view visor is very large also. No visibility problems for the category, above average once again. So I'm going over the practicality elements, because even if it's a semi-luxury crossover, those elements are important. So let's look around here. I'm sitting relatively high up. The access is quite comfortable when you get in, get out, especially for that older crowd that they're back there. This is fine. Looking on the inside here, we have decent quality in terms of the materials. Here it's okay. Here we have piano black, which is kind of off-putting. I'd like something maybe more flat, because these things do get scratched up, and when you're in direct sunlight, it shows right away. You have the drive modes, which you can change. I just leave it in normal all the time. You do have a nice transmission lever here. Feels solid enough. No play here. Doesn't feel all like loose and everything. It's quite tight. Here, the steering wheel. The steering wheel is very good. I'd say this is a nice Acura steering wheel. The leather quality is good. The interface for the driving aids is very good. I like Acura's driving aids. They work quite well. Here, in terms of the dials here for the For the climate control, this is probably the best in the category. And you know, you have like these digital interfaces for the fan speed. Here, when it's kind of cute, very charming. When you heat up turn it to heat up the climate control, it turns red. Cool off the climate control, it turns blue the background. This is very nice. I find that's very charming. It's good to build some charm in the vehicle. The infotainment is probably the least flashy, the least big of the category. However, in terms of its ease of use, it is the best of the category. Has the Google software in it, which makes it very easy to use. There's no fluff. All right, and anytime you're in trouble, and you're not going to be in trouble, you just press the home button and you're back. And here it's designed, I think where the successful infotainments are going is they're arranging them like your phone, right? There's the app, and you click on the app and you go in and you make the adjustments you need. And I went on to FM, I went to the maps. It's really, really good stuff, I would say. So a below average presentation, a class leading ease of use. And I think that's more important over the long term. I can tell you right now, I have the Tesla Model 3 with the giant screen and the Tesla's proprietary maps. And I can tell you that sucks compared to this when you're on Apple CarPlay. There's just no question. I mean, there's just no question. Here, a place here to charge your phone wirelessly, or you can plug it in here, which is very nice. There's a USB-C for interface, USB-C just for charging, and you do get the 12-volt plug-in. Well, it's just very fine. This is very complete here. Soft touch material here. No heads-up display for this price. There is a B&O sound system, though it's not the best one I've ever heard. And that's what I have to say about that. So, what's it like to drive? I like the powertrain. Why don't we have the hybrid? I don't know. However, we do get the 1.5 liter turbo, which is way better than what the HRV has, which is a significant upgrade, and it drives wonderfully. No long-term reliability problems from this 1.5 turbo. We were all afraid of the oil dilution, which is like gas seeping into the oil in cold startups. And I guess there was a software update, and I haven't heard of anybody's engines blowing up after 200,000 kilometers. So the reputation of Honda in terms of being a reliable engine transmission company seems to be intact at that level. So it's nice to have this reliable outfit in this engine. Though once again, that for this price, $57,000, my God, we should get the hybrid powertrain. I mean, that hybrid powertrain should be in everything. And that's what I have to say about that. So decent acceleration, decent fuel economy. What else to say about this vehicle? Well, in terms of the way it drives, it does have a sprightly suspension. It's not molasses, but it's certainly not sporty at all. I mean, we usually think Acura being a bit more of a sporty company. I think we can chuck that to the side of the road. They're sprightly, but they're not sporty anymore. And what does that do for the Montreal Trail? Of course, the Montreal Trail. What is the Montreal Trail? Well, in the province which has the least good road maintenance, Montreal is probably the world champion of the province. We have the heavyweight champion, right? It's a big one. It's the Mike Tyson of wrecked roads. Were number one. And well, what does that do? Well, this vehicle goes over the bumps very easily. I haven't been upset by anything, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, sound insulation, I would say. This, for those of you who've never owned an Acura product, perhaps have owned a Honda product, just going over, normally what makes Honda stand out is their driver interfaces are so easy, right? The steering wheel is just so perfectly weighted. It's not hard to use, yet it doesn't feel sloppy. Same thing with the brakes, with the accelerator. Everything is just dialed in. The transmission, everything is dialed in for a sure comfort experience. All right, and when you buy an Acura, it is those qualities that are enhanced. All right, so you just get more of that, and that feels really good. Now, so far so good. Everything is wonderful, and I'm talking very well about this vehicle. However, I must talk about the price, and for $57,000, it's a lot of money. It's more expensive than the all-equipped CR-V, which is a compact crossover, right? It doesn't have quite the luxury touches, but my God, close enough for that Honda CR-V. And also its other competitors, for example, the Q3 and the BMW X1, X2, cost the same price as this vehicle. If you want the all-equipped versions of those vehicles, that's about 70 grand, right? But then you're in another world, different engine, different interior, different everything. Everything is like super upgraded. So on the lease, I would certainly shop the competitors. Though this vehicle, you can lease it, it's very good. But where I think this vehicle is strong is on the purchase, right? And I think that Acura reliability, if you're going to keep this car maybe 10, maybe 15 years, or maybe you're just going to keep it 7, 8 years and then you're going to sell it after because the resale value is so good. Well, this is certainly, I think, almost best in class, or at least near best in class. I can only think of the Lexus UX hybrid, which has a better fuel economy and nothing else better than this vehicle. I mean, that vehicle is, you feel confined, there's no room in back, and everything else is equal or better in this vehicle. So I mean, this is pretty good when you compare it to the competition. However, if you can make that stretch purchase and get one of the German competitors, you're going to feel in a different league, right? In terms of just the way you feel, the way the vehicle makes you feel, and that's what I can tell you. I have quite a bit of experience. We've tried the BMW products. I went on 2 vacations and I tried a Q3 and a Chevrolet Trax 2RS, which is the all-equipped version. So I have a really good, I'm in a good headspace in terms of comparing how this vehicle feels versus those other ones. And I can tell you, I think the seats in the Chevrolet Trax are almost more comfortable. So lots of competition. I would certainly recommend test drives. However, there is no question that this vehicle, as a homogeneous package, well put together, well thought out, this is very good. And if you're put off by the HRV styling, you feel the interior is just a little too plastic, you don't get the high-end sound, you know, you just kind of get like the Honda sound with that all-equipped version. Well, you can jump up to this version and it's very good. So that is the review on the very good but very expensive Acura ADX. Seems to me I've been saying that about all Honda products. Very good, very expensive. That's it. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course, you should subscribe, and that is it.